あ、OK。はい。
Right, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and Yoshi is struggling right with the camera. And I'd just like to say, it's Yoshi's camera, so I don't know how you're struggling, Yosh. So, okay, 5 o'clock in the morning, or about 20 past now actually, and there's no tea anywhere. We're going to try and get a cup of tea at Starbucks for, aren't we, Yosh, when we go on the Shinkansen. But the aim of this journey is to go to see Kimura. No, it's not Kawakami. It's way too early in the morning. The aim of this journey is to go see Mr.
Kimura is
Kawakami.
dead. Kimura is dead.
Kimura's dead. He died about 300 years ago, so we're not going to go see him. We're going to see Kawakami. Right, shut up.
大丈夫？ちょっと。2号車、3号車です。この電車は全席禁煙となっております。おタバコを吸われるお客様は喫煙所をご利用ください。通車。
You say at the minute, so Little Mountains. We've still got a while to go. Right guys, we are in Iga. I was about to show you mountains, but to be honest we've just gone through about 9 tunnels because we're just gone through the mountain itself, so but we're in Iga. Oh, hold on, there we go. There we go. We're in Ninja Land. So oh, I'm sleeping yesterday. She's not even interested, Yoshi. She's a... Right, we stood outside whatever it is, convenience shop, and we've just been into the collection that we came here to see, and superb. Not massive, but definitely good. So I can't say much more than that in a minute, just because I don't know. We're waiting for dinner hour now to go and see the collection. They're going to see if we can see the originals or if we can see the microphones. I just want to point out this is extremely rare. Yoshi is actually doing the work and not me. It's totally true. I have sat there for 2 days. I've printed out extra bits of the Bansen Shukai, scrolls that are ridiculously long, like pages and pages of scrolls. Yoshi gets on it and pretends that she's done the work. Right, okay, if you're interested in our work, of course, and if you're interested in reading real ninja manuals, as always, go to the website or follow me on Facebook and keep up to date with this sort of stuff. I better go back to work now. So it's slave drivers calling. Hi guys, right, okay, just to fill you in, it is now Friday night. We got up at 5 o'clock this morning, as you probably saw before, and we've been in Iga for the day. Now we went to look at a collection in Iga, and we spent all day looking at the collection, and we came specifically for 2 reasons. Firstly, to see this collection, and secondly, to go and see Kawakami tomorrow, and then there is maybe the possibility that we'll get another scroll on the way home from a museum that's not in Iga, but it's on the way home somewhere. So we've booked in for Sunday there. So what we did today is we looked at the collection, and we have found some great stuff. Not as big as I expected to be. In fact, it's quite small. However, it's got some amazing documents in, like for example some missing sections of the Bansen Shukai,
it's debatable whether it's part of the Bansen Shukai or not, but it's connected as an appendix to the Bansen Shukai in some of the versions. So don't take my word for it, guys, but as far as it's listed in other places, what we got today was actually an extension of the Bansen Shukai, but we probably won't put it with the Bansen Shukai because at the minute it doesn't look like much proof apart from that's how it's recorded. But again, don't take my word for it, we've got a lot to work on that. Also, we got they've reprinted only 300 copies of this, which is the Iranki, which I was speaking to a gentleman about on Facebook, and he was asking if I had a copy. I didn't, because it's impossible to get hold of, but now a brand new copy, there we go. So that's the War in Iga. Finally, we had a photocopy of it from the library, but of course that's all we had. So, but now it's actually, we've properly got it. I've been to a shop in Iga, so of course we're in Iga, but we went round, there's a little ninja shop and another bigger shop, and it's got our book in it. So here's a picture of our book in Iga. And then what else we're doing? So then tomorrow we are gonna actually go and see Mr. Kawakami, and I'm sure I'll film all that from there. So at the minute Yoshi is in her hotel room, and she's reading through what we got today as light evening reading. I'm gonna get a bath, and I'm reading Dan Brown's new book, Inferno. So I don't think it's as good as the other ones, but no, I'm having a read. So I'm gonna get a dead long bath. I'm gonna switch my head off from ninjas for about 5 minutes. However, if you're still with me in this video, guys, I don't know if you're finding it interesting, but what I did, I have been to Iga before, but for some reason, it's sort of like, it didn't quite hit me, Iga itself. I don't know, I came here as a tourist, went to the museum and did the highlighted bits and then went, but the second time I've come with a bit of a clear mind, and it's so surprising how small Iga is. I didn't think it was this small. You see it on a map and you think, oh yeah, you know, mountainous areas, and it's always described as a basin inside of mountains, which is more true. This is weird to say, but it's more accurate than it actually sounds, because I expected a bit of undulating land, a bit of, like, you know, rock faces or crowd, and it's just literally a flat plain with a mountain in a ring. I mean, you could walk, you know, at a spirit level, sort of like across to the other side and then just go up a mountain. It doesn't even gradually, it just goes straight mountain. So I'm really confused at how many families actually lived here traditionally and where they all fit, because it's not very big at all. And the Bansen Shukai says basically you should murder each other. So how far would you walk from your own house back in the Sengoku period? It's like, I can't go into their land, I can't go into their land, and in the mountains there's bandits, but at the same time there was highways going through. So I've not got my head around Sengoku period Iga yet. It doesn't really ring in. Of course, today as well, when we're in that collection, I spoke to the guy whose team produced this, and you know, saw the original Iranki as well, so I saw that. Cool, right, I'll leave it there. Probably rattling on too much, but it's been a good day, so see you in the morning.
Can you see there? So it's morning now, and that's pretty much Iga, and there's the mountain boundary. You can see it's literally, as I was saying last night, just a flat basin, and you can what's surprising how small it is. Look, there's the mountain, and you just go right round and you can just literally see the edge with the naked eye. So I just never expected it to be so small from last time I came. I just don't remember it being like that. But yeah, here we are in the morning. Iga, land of the ninja. You'd be surprised at actually how little ninja there is here, to be honest. It's pretty much all gone. There's some trinket shops and statues and things like that, but there's not really that much here. Don't get me wrong, there's stuff to dig out, but it's takes a bit of searching. Right, there's the Yoshie.
We have just been on a mission and a half. Yoshie got the name of the event wrong, so or the event, you know, the place. So the venue. So we've just been to a venue that has a really similar name, because she didn't really check, and it was like miles away. It took a 30-minute bus ride, and we got there and it was the wrong venue. And guess where the actual venue is? At the bus station that we started from. So we've gone all the way from the bus station on a 30-minute ride, leaped in a taxi as quick as we can to get back in time for the event, and then so me, look at this. There's the seat between me and Yoshi because we're not speaking. So we did it, and we've the event. We're here now, and we got here after a taxi rush back, and it's actually half an hour later. She didn't even get the time right. So Demo, she's still my treasure, aren't you, Yoshi? Right, we're at the event, guys. Just to let you know, this is what the crack is. So me and the Yosh have tried to get a bit of a backseat because we want to translate. Of course, she needs to translate for me, so not disturb anyone. So let's see where we go from here.
これは障害用として以外に仲間への合図を送る通信手段にも用いられたそうです。また、義経松明という源義経から由来してます義経松明もございましたという名前のものもございまして、これは少し変わっております。
Right guys, we're on a Saturday and I've come here and we've had a 3-hour discussion, and I'm here with Kawakami sensei, Kimoto sensei and Keida sensei, and there they are, and we've had no food, and Yoshi has been translating a lot, but we've had a great conversation and we're talking about the future of ninjutsu and hopefully trying to push it forward, so I'll let you know more later. Right guys, just it's Saturday night, and I've had, as you probably saw in the last bit, I went to an exhibition today with an exhibition on ninjutsu, or a talk on ninjutsu. Then I had probably a three and a half hour conversation with Kawakami sensei, Kimoto sensei and Ikeda sensei. If you don't know Ikeda, he's someone who does a lot of research in Iga. He moved to Iga to become a researcher here. And we had a long conversation about that. And then we went to see the head of the Iga Museum. And we had a great conversation with the head of the Iga Museum, and we talked to him about maybe doing some future things, or maybe getting understanding where should go next. So let's see what happens there. And then we went to a shop and spoke to a gentleman whose grandfather claims he was a ninja and things like that, and we talked to him about that. However, we don't know, the reality of his claim, but we at least recorded it. So that's it, I'm in the hotel now, it's about 8 o'clock, and I'm about to go probably get a shower and bed. And right everyone, I'm back home. Apologies for that, the battery ran out again, and as it was sort of Saturday night, or sort of last thing, I just left it and went to bed. Right, a bit of a mixed match. The problem I've got when I go to places like Iga is I can't just whip out a camera every 5 minutes. It's a little bit rude, like I'm meeting these people for the first time, and we sat down and everything is very quite semi-formal. And it's difficult for me to say, oh, just wait there while I film you and throw you on the internet. You know what I mean? I've met them for the first time. Let me give you a quick recap of what really happened. Not what really happened, what was going on. So we got there, yep, perfect. Got into Iga, went to see this collection, and we found that there's an extra passage of the Bansen Shukai that's missing in all the versions online. It's missing in the National Dial Library. It's only found in the Iga version. And we got that, however, apologies, it's just too late to add it to the book. It's probably about 10 pages long, maybe, I guess. We just haven't, there's no way to get that in now, it's too late, everything's locked in down. But also, with the Iga version of the Bansen Shukai, there's an appendix that starts Nindo, Way of the Ninja, or Shinobi Michi, but the pronunciation is probably Nindo in this respect. Not in all respects, just in this one, because of the kanji that comes after it. It means it has to change for a certain reason. So we found that, and that is probably about 150 pages. Not English typed pages, 150 Japanese handwritten page. So one page and one page makes one cut together. So probably 75 cuts, 150 pages. So, and that is, Yoshi says it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's still cool. It's about stories about ninja and things that you should, things that happened in ancient China and that sort of stuff. So we found that. So that's probably going to have to be an appendix book on, I don't know, something like the 10th anniversary year or something like that. We also found some scrolls, the Akutagawa scrolls. We've also found 4 of the Miraiki, which we've already published before. So we got a lot of scrolls we've published before, but we just got new copies of them because they're different transcriptions. So we're going to double check. Also, we found a Bansen Shukai that has some extra quotes in it. So what I mean by sorry, not extra quotes, Kuden written in the spaces in between. So we found some of that as well. Again, too late to publish, but don't worry, that will come eventually, probably in some sort of damn special edition sometime in the future. Spoke to Kawakami and Ikeda and Kimoto, and we talked about all joining together and coming together in a group, not as a one team, as like different teams with the same approach to the same point. So, but also after that, you've obviously seen the Kawakami bit, but after that I went to see the head of Iga Museum, and the head of the Iga Museum and I and his team sat down and spoke about the future of ninjutsu, about the change of their website, about what we can do to promote Iga, and about my work. And we're going into discussions about joining up as, you know, bringing my work on board into their museum, and me being part of, you know, displaying ninja information to the West through them and things like that. So we don't know what's going on there, but I just spoke to them recently. So hopefully something will, some nice partnership or at least a friendship will build there, which is very important news. Then of course we recorded about a 1 hour conversation with the old man who claimed his grandfather was a ninja. It was a little bit strange, but some of it rang true. But then again, he is an eager and you could see, so I don't know. But it was. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying it's real. I'm saying there's a bit of a mixture going on there. And then we spoke to the next day on the Sunday. What I didn't film because we just went straight through it is during the Saturday I met a man who's in charge of. Sorry, let me get it right. The exciting news is, guys, is that basically I will be working with the Iga Museum, hopefully, on doing something. But nothing happens fast in Japan. It takes quite a long time. Next, I've made nice contact with Kawakami. We had a nice time, and he's a very nice man, and Kiyomoto was a very nice man, and of course I hope to do more with Mr. Ikeda. Then we went on to meet what people don't know what's happening in the background. So a lot of the information I found out this weekend, guys, is very background information, but it's going to be fundamental and it will change ninjutsu in the next 10 years. Is that a university, a very good university, is getting involved with ninjutsu, and they are trying to record ninjutsu and look at it from an academic perspective. So the Japanese are finally getting on board with what we're doing, and we're trying to put it into an academic perspective. So they are now coming on board. They're going through some ninja scrolls when they're working closely with the museum. They've put like a 4-man team together to make sure all the work is done correctly, it's done academically. They will be publishing their findings in a few years to come, which means it will be available in Japanese, which means it should, depending on what comes out, should be reliable academic information based on real scrolls, and hopefully things we can interpret for you in the future, which is superb. And I went for a coffee the next day on the Sunday with the head of that team, and I spoke to him, and we've talked about building a friendship there and building a working relationship to try and unify my work, the museum's aims, and the university's aims in a three-pronged approach to try and get it in there and get everything correct, with Kawakami sort of like overseeing hopefully possibly things to do with ninjutsu. So it's weird, I can't give you concrete exciting things like this is this and this is that, but I can tell you that the building blocks have been put together for ninjutsu to really now take off. So it's time to leave the old world behind, the 80s and 90s and the first decade of the 2000s. It's time to leave that taijutsu behind. It's time to leave those myths behind, because now even the Japanese are getting on board with this academic stuff, and the Japanese, obviously it's their language, and they're using professors, so it should really start to shift gear now. And I met a Russian gentleman there who's working, and I've just started with him, and he's got amazing Japanese, and he's working on the religious aspects of ninjutsu. There's loads of stuff going on behind the scenes, which will filter down to you guys eventually. So don't hope for anything soon, but what I'm saying is the next 10 years has a very good upward scale for ninjutsu. So looking forward to it, looking forward to working with everyone out there. Historical ninjutsu research team, we need to pull up our game now. We need to get more historical. We're all doing a great job, but we need less chains and things like that going on, and kama martial arts, and we need to go proper now. Really, let's go into the more academic side. So if if needs be, go to a different site, or we'll start a different site for sort of the more, I don't know, entertaining stuff. But let's try and knuckle down some academic things. Right, that's it at the minute. It's now a couple of days after EGA. Leave it there. I hope you're all very excited. I am. It looks like a massive change is coming, and I have hopefully been asked. They've asked me to do maybe a talk in EGA for the EGA people in the future. So I'm just to find out what dates I need to do my talk. So on a weekend it'll be. So I should film that. So good luck. Right, everyone. If you've stuck with me all the way through this video, make sure you go to the website, make sure you follow me on Facebook. I say this every time, but I say it because you've really got to keep up that way. I get so many questions that are already answered there. So go there and get all the answers, and anything else I'll try and answer. So let's see. I hope it's all brilliant, and check all the links below. Thank you very much.